Everyone knows that these days, technology is advancing faster than ever before. However, some places and cities are more technologically advanced than others. In today's video, we will visit the top 10 most technologically advanced cities on the planet. We'll visit 3 continents and 8 different countries. So buckle up for an adventure. Let's begin. Number 10, Los Angeles. Los Angeles is world famous for being the world hub for entertainment, as Hollywood is simply unmatched in the film industry. However, entertainment is not the only booming sector in the City of Angels. In 2021, over 500,000 people in Los Angeles were employed in the tech sector. Additionally, LA is second in net tech employment in the entire continental US. It means that LA is a startup and tech hub that helps to push humanity towards the future world, one step at a time. It's only natural that a city with that many people in the tech sector will also be technologically advanced. While it's technologically advanced in a different way than the other cities on this list, we cannot ignore Los Angeles. Number 9, Copenhagen. Denmark might not be the first country that pops into one's head when one thinks about technologically advanced. Other Scandinavian countries like Norway and Sweden are more prominent and well known. However, Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark, is one of the most technologically advanced cities on the planet. Denmark, and especially Copenhagen, puts grandiose effort to go green and save the planet from imminent global warming. This city invests millions in renewable energy and has promised to cut off fossil fuels by 2025. The plan is to install hundreds of wind turbines, which will have a total capacity of 460 megawatts. It would allow the city to be completely independent of fossil fuels and set an example to the entire world on how to deal with the climate crisis. Finally, Copenhagen is one of the leading countries across the globe in public electric transport. Adding that to developed biking infrastructure, we get a city that's going full green. Number 8, Taipei. For number 8 on today's list, let's fly to Asia, specifically to Taipei, the capital of Taiwan. It's home to over 2.5 million people, and it's one of the most technologically advanced cities on the planet. It's also home to tech giants like Acer, Asus, Gigabyte, and MSI. As you see, Taipei is a hub of personal computer companies, but it offers way more than just that. Startup specialist Edwin Liu has called Taipei the Silicon Valley of Asia. He's painting a bright picture of the technological future of Taipei. Liu is speculating that Taipei will soon transform its entire tech industry, from hardware-focused parts manufacturing into high-level software development. He's thinking that this city will be among the leaders during the 5th Industrial Revolution. We have only to wait and see. Number 7, London. For the 7th entry, let's fly back to Europe. This time, let's visit the United Kingdom, specifically its capital, London. It has an ever-growing population of almost 9 million people, and you can be sure as hell that it's technologically advanced. In recent years, London has become a world leader in public transport, all thanks to the Crossrail project. It resulted in 10 new train lines that connected 30 train stations. All of it came with a cost of $20 billion. But such improvement in public transport is unprecedented and will definitely bear fruit. Additionally, London is a leading tech and startup hub in Europe. In 2018, it led the UK in median salary across all categories of tech jobs with $73,000. Number 6, Singapore. Singapore is one of the most fascinating places on Earth. It's a city-state located on a small island in Southeast Asia. These days, city-states are rare, but Singapore is the only one that's on an island. Without these peculiarities, it's obviously technologically advanced, from jaw-dropping architecture that shows itself in bright lights and tall skyscrapers, to various companies conducting their business there. Google and IBM are just a few mega companies that have their research centers in Singapore. The emphasis is on the research part, as Singapore isn't used to simply manufacturing hardware parts. It's a place for the most advanced technological research currently being conducted. In addition to that, Singapore can boast about having the fastest download speeds on Earth. According to information from 2017, the average download speed there was a whopping 60.39 megabits per second. Finally, when talking about Singapore, its ban on chewing gum must be mentioned, although some people believe that it's a serious law, and enjoying your bubble gum there will get you in jail. Such a premise is false. While importing and selling chewing gum is indeed banned in Singapore, you can bring it as a tourist as long as you spit it into the trash bin. The reasoning behind such a ban is simple. Singapore is one of the cleanest cities on the planet, and such a ban helps to maintain this position. Number 5, New York City. Let's go back to the US, this time to the East Coast, more specifically New York City. While it doesn't have crazy renewable energy initiatives like Copenhagen, and isn't a hardware leader like Taipei, this city is just full of tech. In case you visit New York City, you'll see that people there are more akin to cyborgs than normal humans. Everyone carries at least several high-tech gadgets, rides hoverboards, and talks tech. For real, everyone there is high on tech. Besides technologically advanced residents, New York City also is home to emerging startup and tech sectors. While usually the West Coast of the US is being praised for its ventures in tech, New York City is catching up quickly. Number 4, Seoul. For number 4, let's return to Asia, this time to Seoul, the capital of South Korea. Just 70 years after the Korean War, it was built from the ground up and has become one of the most technologically fascinating places in Asia. It has a population of almost 10 million people, many of which work in the tech industry. And that industry is booming here, as it gave birth to such global powerhouses as LG, Hyundai, and Samsung. Seoul has also implemented technology in daily consumer life. A great example of that is smartphone integration with the metro station. You don't have to bother buying paper tickets and stand in a queue at the ticket machine. All is done through one smartphone. Number 3, San Francisco. For number 3, we return to the US once again. This time we're heading to the tech and startup capital of the world, San Francisco. It's home to the famous Silicon Valley. Every year, trillions of dollars are invested in venture capital. It's no wonder that San Francisco and Silicon Valley are home to the most influential big tech companies like Apple, Facebook, and Google. Besides these world-renowned names, there are another 2,000 tech companies just in the Silicon Valley. It's by far the densest tech and startup area in the entire world, and it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. Number 2, Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a unique place. While it's not a city-state like Singapore, it's an administrative region of China, which makes it a unique place. Hong Kong is just blessed by technology. Starting with architecture, there are over 4,000 skyscrapers that are taller than 328 feet. Just let that sink in for a moment. An administrative region that is smaller than Los Angeles has over 4,000 skyscrapers. Hong Kong is also shining in other domains of technology. For example, public transport. There's a Hong Kong Express Rail Link, which is a high-speed train reaching speeds of 120 miles per hour. If we're talking about the tech industry, Hong Kong also has that covered. According to a report from 2018, there were over 2,600 startups in Hong Kong, almost a 20% increase from the previous year. This makes Hong Kong one of the tech leaders of the world. Number 1, Tokyo. You probably saw it coming. Tokyo is by far the most technologically advanced city on the planet. For example, Tokyo is building a maglev-type train rail, which will achieve a maximum speed of 375 miles per hour. It's almost twice as fast as its famous bullet trains, which achieve speeds of 200 miles per hour. If you're not interested in trains, Tokyo has much more to offer you. For example, many stores there have robot assistants who help you to shop faster. Another great example of insane futuristic technology in Japan is underground farms. These days, no one even thinks about growing food in such huge cities like Tokyo, but Japanese people have figured it out. Persona 02 is a company raising over 100 different types of crops right under Tokyo. They use advanced technologies such as hydroponics and climate control to make it happen. I could go on and about how technologically advanced Tokyo is, but I think no one even doubts it. That was it for today's video. We flew all around the globe and visited the most technologically advanced cities on the planet, from green Copenhagen to startup capital San Francisco and futuristic Tokyo. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for more videos just like this. Let us know in the comments down below which of these cities you'd love to visit the most.